Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to tell whether two equations for lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So let's say we have two equations for lines and they are in standard form. All right. So I need to find out what the slope of each of these lines is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert it from standard form into slope intercept form, right? So let's make it look like this. Make them look like y equals mx plus b so that I can find m, which is the slope. All right. And once I know the slope of each of these lines, I'll be able to compare them to tell whether they are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. All right. So let's start with this one. Let's call this equation A. All right. So in equation A, I want it to look like y equals something. So anything that's not y, I want it to be moved to the right side of my equation. So I see that I have a minus 2x here. So I'm going to add 2x on both sides of the equation. Okay, so on the left side, that cancels, and it's a positive y, so I can leave it as y equals. All right, now I have negative 7 plus 2x. All right, I want it to be in the form mx plus b on the right side of the equation. So I'll move it around a little bit. So this becomes actually 2x, because that's a positive 2x, minus 7. All right. Well, now I see that my m is 2. All right, let's try and find the slope of the other line. First thing I want to do is get y to be by itself over here. It is definitely not yet, so I will add 4x to both sides. That cancels, and I'm left with 2y equals 6 plus 4x. My next step will be to divide everything by 2 so I can get y by itself. So I need to divide that by 2, divide that by 2, and divide that by 2. That cancels. So y equals, all right, 6 divided by 2 is 3, plus 4 divided by 2 is 2x. Now I want it to be in the form mx plus b, so I will rewrite it as y equals 2x plus 3, and I see that my slope is 2. All right, so on this one, m equals 2, and on this one, m equals 2. So if you have two lines that have the same slope, those lines are parallel. So these two lines will be parallel. All right, so let's take a look at these two equations and let's see if the lines for these are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So I want it to look like this. I want it to look like this. Y equals mx plus b, because I want to find the slope of each of these lines. So what I'll do is, on the first one, we'll call this one equation A and this one equation B. So I'm going to first add 3x, because I'm going to try and get y to be by itself. So I'm going to add 3x on both sides, and that cancels that. So I'm left with 4y equals 8 plus 3x. Now I want y to be by itself. It's currently being multiplied by 4, so I'm going to divide it by 4. So that means I need to divide everything by 4. That cancels, so I'm left with y equals 8 divided by 4 is 2. 3 divided by 4 is just 3/4 x. Now, I want it to look like the form mx plus b, so I want the x to come first, so I'll do y equals 3/4 x plus 2. All right, I want you to notice that m is 3/4 for this one. Now, over here on equation b, I will subtract 4x on both sides. And now I have 3y equals -3 minus 4x. So now I want y to be by itself, so I'm going to divide it by 3, and I will divide everything by 3. So y equals -1 minus 4/3 x. I'll put that in the right order, so it's -4/3 x minus 1. And what I want you to notice here is that m is -4/3. So if I compare m equals -4/3 and m equals 3/4, notice that they are opposite. So one is positive, right? One is positive and the other is negative, so they are opposite. And they are the flipped version of one another, right? So that means that they are perpendicular. So you'd say that these two lines are perpendicular.